Welcome back to another video about the 3D balloon powered car. In this video I'll show you just a few more customizations that you can do to your car. Okay, for instance, a tail fin and a cockpit for your driver. So tail fin, this would be again, you don't have to use my approach for doing this, but I'll start with a rounded roof. I'll make it another color so we can see it just a little bit better. And in essence, this is the shape of most of the sports cars tail fins. I am going to change my grid back to 1/8 inch so this snaps a little bit easier. Okay, when you are 3D printing, you do not want to print anything less than really 1/4 of an inch. The plastic, if it's too thin, will break or bend. So I'm going to leave that at 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to make this be basically the length of my car. But if it's too far out, if it's this wide, as wide as the axles, notice that the wheels will probably rub on the fin. So the fin does need to be not as wide as the fins. And that's fine. And I'm going to, in terms of width, I'll make it only maybe 3/8 inch or 5/8. Okay? And then I'll rotate it upside down and then pull it up. Oops, Control Z. Oops, Control Z. I'm trying to grab the black cone to raise it vertically. There we go. And this way. Okay, many of you know what I'm going to make now. Now it's starting to become evident. You've all seen sports cars with the tail fin. Okay, and you can even rotate that to kind of make it look cooler. And I'll put it into place above my car. Now I need to attach it to my car. Well, to do that, there's a variety of pieces. You could use the pyramid, the roof. I'm going to use the wedge tool or shape. Pretty easy to use that. Just make it thin. But again, don't make it 1/8 inch. 1/4 of an inch is really all you need. You know, we could have used even a paraboloid. We could have used that. Actually might look better. A thin paraboloid. It would make it have a rounded appearance rather than the wedge would be the wedge would have more of an edge, wouldn't it? So this might work better. Okay, so I'm going to delete my wedge and just use this shape. I'll make it about 1/2 of an inch. And thinner yet. Great. Okay, and I too will put this up and rotate it. Now, when I rotate this one, I do want to be holding my shift key down so it rotates in 90-degree, 45-degree angles, I mean. Okay, just like that. And again, just worry about one. Once you have one kind of a line, then you can get the other one the way you want it. Okay. Plus, this fin would also, airfoil will also help hold the balloon up in case if the car starts moving forward and the balloon is propelled backward. This airfoil will actually help support that, possibly, if it's tall enough. So I'm going to pull this up more. Like that. Yep. Okay, Control C, Control V. Push this over. Just like that. Notice that they're not touching my car yet, and that's perfectly fine. We'll fix that in a second. Okay. Let's group those together. Let's first align them. I'm going to click the two supports, go to align, align the bottoms, and align their, yeah, they were already aligned, but they had already snapped to the grid just perfect. Great. I am going to group these two items together though, because I now want to align those supports with the fin, with airfoil itself. So now I'm going to click the yellow foil bar and then click the supports, and then I'm going to align those as well. I think they're perfectly aligned as is. Let's align their centers. Yep, they already are. Good. Now I just need to sink it down into the car. That's easy to do. Just take the black cone and there we go. Pop it down in there. Okay. It looks like I need to go farther yet. So this is where I'm going to change my grid yet once again because I don't want it to go down into the car another 1/8 of an inch. Maybe just a 1/16 of an inch. Great. And notice that there are some, the supports are actually sticking up out of the middle of that shape, so I'm going to change that here in a second. Yeah, pull this up. Okay, there we go. Now that plastic will just melt together, which is what we want it to do. Okay, great. So that's another thing that you can add to your car. And truthfully, that might be way too wide. I don't know. You can play around with that. Remember, the more mass you have, potentially the slower your car could go. So I'm going to change my grid back. This time I'm going to make it a 1/4 of an inch. Boom. And that way when I shave that off, it works so much faster. I'll do one more. No. I'll change it to a 1/8 of an inch. I'll take an 1/8 of an inch off that side, 1/8 of an inch off this side. Great! So there's a little airfoil thing you can do. And you can even do something cooler. For instance, Control C, Control V. And I'm going to make, oops, I'll make this, I'm going to make the top part rounded as well. So I'm going to make this inside one just a wee bit smaller. Like that. But I need to make it longer. This will be my hole that I put on top of that other one. I'll make it another color so that you can see it much easier. Raise it up. Oops, don't want to rotate it. Raise it up. Change my snap to 1/16. Make it a little bit more narrow. Okay, I do need to align those pieces perfectly. I think I did rotate it by accident. That is okay. Click that piece. Align. Center it this way. There we go. Yeah. And make that a hole. Whoops, not both of them a hole. Just the red. Make a hole and then group together. Interesting. Notice how those... Wow, that's cool. How would I fix that? Well, if those shapes were grouped together, all three of those, the supports plus the airfoil, then the hole would have cut those tips off as well. So I'm going to press Control Z and let's do that. I'm going to select, so to tell you what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to click those supports, the gray supports, hold the Shift key, click the yellow, group those items together, okay. Then I'm going to also Shift click the hole. Then I'm going to group all of those items together and they should disappear. Okay? Not too bad. I don't know if I actually like that better. Probably not, but it's an idea. So feel free to play around with that. And just kind of have fun. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. I think I'm just going to leave it alone as is. I think that actually looked better. Okay? All right, have fun. Thanks for watching this video too. Bye.